I don't know what y'all watched, but Bill Maher. I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Wow, Tyrus from the Greg Gutfeld Show just went completely insane on Bill Maher live. It was actually crazy. I can't even believe that they allowed this on cable television, let alone Fox News, better spelled F-A-U-X News. Greg Gutfeld, he's like one of my only remaining people that I actually like from Fox News. Anyways, getting besides the point, because Tyrus, if you guys have ever seen the Greg Gutfeld Show, I'm sure you guys know how Tyrus is, but he is sick and tired of even conservatives trying to welcome in Bill Maher, even though Bill Maher is finally saying that, oh, Trump, you know, the media has been lying about him. Oh my gosh, I hung out with him. He's actually great. Yeah, we've been telling you this for years now. It's been like 2 presidencies since we've been telling you this, and Tyrus is not buying Bill Maher's shift. He's calling him a grifter. He goes ballistic live on air. Let me just show you guys right now. Tyrus from the Greg Gutfeld Show nukes Bill Maher into oblivion. Let's get right to it.
Did the unspeakable. He sat down with Trump, talked to him, ate with him, praised him.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump. I never felt I had to walk on eggshells around him. And honestly, I voted for Clinton and Obama, but I would never feel comfortable talking to them the way I was able to talk with Donald Trump. He's much more self-aware than he lets on in public. I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists, because everything I've ever not liked about him was, I swear to God, absent, at least on this night with this guy.
Now, I know what you're thinking. What's next? A rom-com starring Rachel Maddow and Jesse Waters? And was Trump gracious and measured?
Trump was gracious and measured, and why he isn't that in other settings, I don't know. I've had so many conversations with prominent people who are much less connected, people who don't look you in the eye. None of that with him. And he mostly steered the conversation to, what do you think about this? I know, your mind is blown, so's mine.
So how did the media react? As you'd expect. Here's Washington Post columnist Josh Rogan telling Maher to his face that he fell into a trap.
I think you've fallen into the trap. I think I represent 99% of the internet when I say this, is that you've played the game of proximity is principle.
Ah, yes, the old proximity is principle game. That's my favorite game after Stratego and Operation. Anyway, Rogan tried to follow up with some ass kissing, and Maher wasn't having it.
I think a lot of people out there, fans of yours, people who love you, people who are fans of you, like me, I've been fans of you.
You don't have to patronize me, dude.
Okay.
I don't know you.
Fair enough.
I never met you.
I'm just saying that this comes from
not
a place
everybody
of
has to like it.
All I'm
That's
saying
what we
is-
said. There are people who didn't want it to happen at all. You sound like one of them. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like, what is the alternative to not talking? Just sit at your lunch table and don't talk to anybody?
I talked to him. I've interviewed Trump.
This was not an interview.
From his perspective, you have to understand that people out there know, all Americans know, that for him, this was a PR stunt. And in his view, you were a prop in that PR stunt.
Okay, so it was a PR stunt? So what if it was? Haven't we gotten used to the presidency as an endless series of PR stunts?
Yeah.
Obama and Biden didn't do public relations. And here, I thought Trump was a unique...
Speaking of Trump, if you support Trump and support this channel, comment an orange heart, MAGA, American flag. Help boost this video in the algorithm. Help us fight against the YouTube oligarchs who want to suppress channels like mine for simply speaking the truth. Listen, if they wanted to suppress me because I'm a woman speaking, I'd be all for it. I would endorse the platform. However, it's just because I'm not a liberal... certain word that rhymes with gag. Anyways, let's get back to it.
threat, unlike any other. Maher
Like and subscribe while you're at it.
and Josh Rogan are proving the point that in many ways, Trump is like other presidents. Except, I don't know any other president who would do this.
I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog, his show is dead. I brought this to the White House because I wanted him to sign it. Which he did. with good humor. And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened.
So there you have it. Liberals are upset because the world is finding out that Trump is unpredictable and hilarious, but he's also presidential, or what he himself likes to describe as modern presidential. And as Maher admits, he's human. But that's the problem, isn't it? Because according to the Church of Perpetual Outrage, you must never humanize the enemy. And once you realize that almost everything you've been told about Trump is a lie, you start asking yourself questions like, what else have I been misled about? Remember
Yes, of course, that is obviously the issue with Trump being elected again and Trump's popularity growing is the left-wing media, or let me be Farizzy here, the mainstream media has done such a great job, a strategically evil job, but a great job at that, at convincing the American people that if you support Trump, you are a racist, terrible person and no one agrees with you. So you better suppress those thoughts and get on the correct train, the liberal globalist train. So the fact that Trump is becoming more and more likable, even by people like Bill Maher, who has a severe, one of the world's most severe cases of Trump derangement syndrome, or so he did in the past, the fact that he's now changing his mind on Trump is a disaster to the globalist agenda. Now the media's lies are being exposed in 4K, and I'm here for it, to say the very least. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. We'll get back to it.
the media needs Trump to be the boogeyman, the evil, incoherent, wild-haired threat to democracy itself. Because if he's not that, if he's just a guy with a knack for plain speaking and trolling, well, then you can't scare voters with him anymore. But here's the good news. People are tired of the fear factory, tired of being told who they can talk to, who they can laugh at, who they can share a meal with. It's one of the reasons Trump won.
I'm sorry. I don't know what y'all watched, but Bill Maher. I'm sorry.
I am with Tyrus here. Let me know if you agree, but let's let him continue his rant because he's about to go off, guys, okay? So nuclear that you were shocked, that I was shocked. And I'm shocked by nothing these days, but it's so nuclear that I was shocked that this was allowed on cable television. Holy crap.
Hey, I'm sorry. Good. I'm sorry. This is like someone who talked about black people his whole life and then had dinner with one and said, actually, after I had dinner with them, they're not that bad, guys. No, you don't get to do that, you coward. You went on a show and you tried to play both sides of the street.
That's right.
Why? So maybe he could do your show because the 300,000 people that watch it, if we had those numbers here, I wouldn't be here. These dudes make me laugh. Cowards die 1,000 deaths. You said things about President Trump nonstop. You had no reference point. That's all you proved to me. You sit down with a man, you break bread with a man, then you come and say, well, on this night, he was okay, but don't be mad at me. Splitting hairs. Man up. I don't know what this whole thing, everyone keeps acting like they need Bill Maher. The little guy who doesn't lift weights, 99% of the internet, what, MySpace? Come on, man. This dude represents nobody. A PR stunt for who? I'm sorry, I missed the Oval Office Rose Garden meeting where President Trump was talking about Bill Maher was there.
Yeah.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
He's talking about it. The president's not talking about it. He doesn't need Bill Maher. He's got 70% of the country cheering him on. He walked into UFC. The place was crazy.
Then why did he accept dinner with him if he didn't?
Because he's like everybody else.
No, why did Trump?
Because that's who Trump is. He will break bread with anyone. He will sit with Kim Jong-un and break bread. So little punk-ass Bill Maher coming to the house.
Right.
And sitting in the seat. And what did Trump do?
It's like if Trump's willing to meet with the leader of North Korea, obviously he should be able to meet with someone like Bill Maher who just doesn't like him and has Trump derangement syndrome, right? Duh.
He was gracious. He treated him. Everything. He had to leave and come back and go, he wasn't any of the things I said because you were part of the machine. You were part of the thing. He wasn't as bad as Joe and Micah was where he's sharp as a tack, but he led the charge. He continued to say things that weren't true. He supported things without ever bothering to say, hey, you know what? I want to sit down. When I have a problem with someone, if I had a problem with Johnny and me and him had a problem, I'd be like, we need to sit down and talk before I would go out on social media and talk about him, but he needs President Trump.
And I'd say, let me have a
needs the
weapon
audience.
first.
Yes, yeah. Well, you know. But at this point, to coin one of the greatest, funniest phrases in all of comedy, I would ask Bill Maher to step in my office, and he would say, why? Because he's fired.
Guys, I am so curious your thoughts, so please, before you forget, let me let me remind you to comment your thoughts down below because I love reading your comments. I do read all of them. I respond to a lot, as you guys should be able to notice by now. Subscribe, like, do it all anyways. But I'm with Tyrus. I've always been kind of turned off by the idea, or when conservatives are so desperate for people who hate us. Like, they are so desperate for their attention. It's like Bill Maher. He really is a woke liberal. Okay, let's be honest. But just because he's willing to admit he was wrong about Trump's personality and also claims to hate censorship and the woke agenda, all of a sudden he's on our side. No, he's not on our side. He's not our guy. But I will, encourage him to continue seeking truth, I guess. I don't know. I go back and forth. Same thing with Anna and Chank. Comment chunky yogurt for the algorithm. Anyways, I'm rambling. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.